I'd like to talk about how to extend the life of your PTO bearing. This is what called the PTO bearing assembly. Your engine is up here, and this clamps onto a stud or whatever, and the drive shaft goes through here, and the drive shaft comes through the end, and oil circulates in this and lubricates the bearing and everything. One of the way you have to do if you want to extend the life of this bearing, and the reason you want to extend the life of this bearing is because if you have your carbon seal replaced, sometimes you'll get corrosion that happens in here between the drive shaft and this area here. Even though it has O-rings in it, water will get up in there, and what you have to do is you really need to pull this back, and then you need to flush this and spray this with this area here with salt away. If you don't do that, you're going to set up corrosion like what you see here in this one that came off a 2023 FishPro Sport, and that corrosion will basically rust this and seize this to the shaft. And what has to happen sometimes is they have to get in here with a cutting tool, and they actually have to cut this and cut it to expand it, to get it off the shaft and free it from the shaft. And of course, in doing that, the shaft is already corroded, so they end up cutting a groove in the shaft. So you'll have to replace this, which is a $250 part, and I think the shaft, which is another $250 part, all so that you can replace the carbon seal assembly, the kit, which is 85 bucks. So $500 to replace an $85 part because this thing has not been pulled back and flushed with salt away. We talked in the earlier video about how difficult it is to catch this area here in between the carbon seal and the hat itself, because it's really not accessible. So maybe Sea-Doo will come up with some kind of cool design where you can flush that little annular area in there too, which also seizes up the hat itself to called the floating ring, to the drive shaft. Just another tip from a normal user who's found things out along the hard way.